This is the High School Football America podcast for September the 28th, 2023. I'm Jeff Fisher. The High School Football America podcast is brought to you by GameStrat, America's premier sideline instant replay system with outstanding reliability, faster speed than Huddle's sideline, plus GameStrat has awesome customer service, along with different plans priced right for every coach's budget. And if you mention High School Football America to the good folks at GameStrat, you'll get a friends and family discount from HSFA and the good folks there at GameStrat. To get that demo, you can go to GameStrat.com, or you can click on the GameStrat banner ad that's located on every page of HighSchoolFootballAmerica.com. Here we are. It's week 8. Some may say week 7, but I like to call it week 8 because, Alaska, Utah, and Hawaii all got started a week before everybody else. But anyway, long and the short of it is we've got another great weekend of football ahead of us. Hey, why don't we take a look at the top 300 going into this weekend? And for the first time all season long, it was a fairly quiet weekend as far as changes when we released our new top 300 powered by NFL Play Football on Sunday. The top 15 teams, they held their spots from the week before. And then Sierra Canyon from California, which has had an awesome start to the season, flip-flop positions with four-time reigning Alabama 7A champ Thompson at number 16 and 17. Sierra Canyon 5-0 to start, including 2 wins over Trinity League teams, number 50 Orange Lutheran and number 100 J. Sarah. By the way, Olu and Sarah are going to battle it out this weekend as the Trinity League opens. Last weekend, Trailblazers blew out, and I mean blew out. I didn't see this one coming. Sierra Canyon all over former number 59 Saguaro from Arizona, 63-6. All 4 of SC's wins, all 5 of SC's wins have come against teams in the top 300, the High School Football America 300 that is created with our proprietary algorithm. We've been using it since 2013 to rank teams around the nation. I mentioned the Trinity League in Southern California, America's toughest league coming into the season, and it's lived up to it. All 6 teams already ranked this year in the High School Football America 300. Servite was the only one that started on the outside of the 300, but a big win over Los Al a couple of weeks ago brought the Friars right into the frying pan, and the Friars this week will go into a bigger frying pan as they have their annual showdown with Mater Dei. A lot of people will tell you, and they'll say it to me too, it's like, oh, no, Bosco and Mater Dei, that's the rivalry. Well, in the last decade, yeah, no doubt, I'm not going to argue against you, although a couple of years ago, Servite was right in the national championship conversation with a couple of real tough games against Mater Dei. But this weekend, Mater Dei opens the Trinity League against Servite, and this rivalry goes all the way back to 1961. They've played each other every year since 61. Monarchs have dominated the series with 44 wins in 63 games, but you never know, right? It is a rivalry game. And when I lived in Southern California, I knew how hot this one was, especially when it came to Bruce Rollinson. Bruce was, the former head coach, now the retired head coach, was always about that Servite rivalry. He never overlooked Bosco, but anyway, it should be a good start to the season. Last week, Mater Dei had a strong defensive effort. They flew across the country to Baltimore, Maryland, and picked up a 20-7 win over number 40 St. Francis. St. Francis, as you remember, playing the toughest schedule in the nation, started preseason number 3, but they're now sitting there at 1-5. But again, not because they've played a bunch of cupcakes. They've played the toughest schedule in the nation. Who else are we looking at right now? We talked about this last week on the podcast. Chaminade Madonna from Florida. Number 3 in the rankings, they picked up another impressive victory. They did it last Thursday on national television, moving to 5-0 with a 31-28 win over number 11 Miami Central. That was a nationally televised game. All 5 wins have come against teams that entered the game ranked in the High School Football America top 25 this week. The Lions will play number 136 Coconut Creek. After an 0-2 start, here's a team that people kept saying, man, it's not looking good for the De La Salle Spartans in your rankings. What's going on? Well, they got off to an 0-2 start, but now 3 straight wins later and a win over former number 74 Folsom last week. It was a 14-7 victory. The Spartans, DLS, up 44 spots to number 79 in the latest rankings powered by NFL Play Football. Folsom falling 6 spots to number 80 this week. As far as new faces in the top 300, Missouri's DeSmet makes its first appearance in our national rankings in a long time. Spartans checking in at number 222 with an impressive 49-14 win over former number 147 Christian Brothers College from Missouri. In all, 13 teams breaking into the top 300. You can check out everything by going to highschoolfootballamerica.com for that. You've got, aside from DeSmet, you've got number 240, Anderson High School from Ohio, Germantown from Tennessee at 258, 268, Murrieta Valley from California, another California team at 270, Granite Hills from El Cajon, California, 272, we've got Dickinson from Texas, 275, Houston from Tennessee, 276, Ridge Point from Texas, 285, Lambert from Georgia, Gonzaga from Washington, D.C. brings itself back into the rankings at 291, 298 is Clovis North from California, 299, Douglas County, a surprise win over reigning 6A Georgia champ Langston Hughes breaks in at 299, and at 300, West Linn from Oregon. First time in a long time that West Linn has been in our national rankings. Big games this week. We talked about the Trinity League opening up. I've got my eyes on several games. I'm going to point to the game in Ohio between number 15 Massillon, Washington, and St. John's College High School out of D.C. as the game of the week. It's 15 versus number 31. A lot of Texas on its bye week this week as they hit the midway point going into the second half of the regular season. I like the Houston area matchup between number 21 North Shore and number 240 C.E. King. That should be a dandy. In Tennessee, number 28 McCallie and number 74 Baylor. They don't like each other. They always battle each other tough. That's a good matchup that everybody should keep their eye on. Let's talk about St. John Bosco. They were number 1 until they were upset in Hawaii. They still sit at number 6 and could control their fate with, 1 or maybe 2 matchups against Mater Dei. So the Braves are ranked number 6. They open the Trinity League play against number 78 Santa Margarita, and the Eagles hoping to make a little bit of noise there, I would say, is the good way to put it. What else do I like? I already talked about all 3 of the Trinity League matchups are head-to-head matchups in the High School Football America 300 in Georgia, where we are based. I like 107 Grayson taking on Newton, which shocked everybody when it beat Westlake couple of weeks ago, and they are now at 142 in the national rankings, so that should be a fun one to watch. I also like the matchup here between Houston County and Lee County, number 132 versus number 151. Lee County 132, Houston County is number 151. So I think those are some pretty good games to keep your eyes on. Just want to remind everyone as we go into Thursday night, we have got our scoreboards all ready for you to go. You can check out the schedules now. Once the games start, you can watch the games, follow them in real time. And that's by going to highschoolfootballamerica.com and clicking on scores in our navigation tab. We've also got a live top 100 scoreboard for you there. And, I wanted to mention, too, we've got a big game. Our partners at Flow Football and Prep Gridiron Logistics, they've got a great telecast coming up, an interstate battle. We mentioned CBC from Missouri looking to rebound. They're at 229, taking on number 77, two-time reigning champ Lipscomb Academy. That'd be another one. Good one to watch. Go to flowfootball.com to get registered and sign up for the games there. Joe Maimone at Prep Gridiron Logistics, great job of putting together a real impressive slate of games this year. I think all of them have been interstate matchups. So check it all out on Flow Football. coming up on Friday night. And that's the High School Football America podcast brought to you by NFL Play Football. Hey, coaches, don't forget to go to playfootball.nfl.com for some great resources to help you improve in the coaching profession. I'm Jeff Fisher, and you've been listening to the High School Football America podcast.